Ladies and gentlemen, coming from the control room to you from various locations, I give you the tribe.
Welcome and hello. We are the tribe and we are coming to you via a Zoom call because due to our health professionals directive to maintain social distancing, we are not able to get together like we normally do for our show. I'm Cassie Alnwick. I have Tamara Gallo joining me and I have Jen Prudente joining me tonight, and we are the tribe. Now, all of us have been affected by coronavirus. We either know someone or we know someone who has been affected by this virus. No one is escaping at the moment. Everyone is either dealing with it themselves personally, or they're trying to support someone in moving through this one step at a time. And tonight, what we would like to do with our show is to help you deal with the barrage of information that's coming at you 24/7. And we'd like to help you create some boundaries. And ladies and gentlemen who are working from home, I know that word boundaries speaks volumes to you. As you're trying to do your work from home and take care of your children, those boundaries are definitely an issue. I know, ladies, you'll have to share as well, but I know clients have reached out to me and that has been the number one concern, besides, of course, how to stay out of the refrigerator. I know I've got my hand up on that one. But again, boundaries. How do we set some boundaries, not only for how are we getting through our workday, but how are we dealing with this 24/7 news? It is, for me, it has been one of these things where I'm, as the ladies know, I'm not a news watcher all the time. I like to maintain a small sliver of it in my life. But again, when we're being hit with something like this, where we're almost being forced to have to pay attention, I want everyone to know that there are boundaries you can set for yourself, and you can empower yourself to say no to that 24/7 newsreel. And tonight we'd like to address that. Ladies, I personally, I don't know about you, I have two children. Everyone knows my boys, Joe and Jack. And honestly, the way we've been handling the news coming out, it's definitely something where we've had to turn it off and really be responsible. As a parent, I've never felt more responsible about turning a TV off in my life or devices off than right now. So I'd like Jen, we'll talk more about what I'm doing to move through this. But Jen, I'd really like to know, you've got children as well. So what are you doing for yourself and your family?
It's funny. I'm on the opposite spectrum of that. So I feel my kids feel more secure and empowered when they know what's going on. So I try to let them watch the news to a degree, and I give it to them at an elementary level. So there was a special on Nickelodeon the other night that was telling kids what's going on in the world, but it was through Nickelodeon. So it was through kids and stars that are in their shows. So I let them watch that. And I do let them be exposed to a certain amount of reality, because I do feel that fear is something that's really controlling this whole epidemic, and we don't know. This is something that we really don't know. So that creates a lot of fear. And if we don't know and we're afraid, think about the kids. So I try to give them dribs and drabs. I dumb it down for them a little bit. But I do think it's important that they have a sense of what's going on so they can understand why it is that they're stuck, why it is that they can't go play with their friends, why they're missing their activities, and all of that kind of stuff. So I guess there's that balance. There's that dance we have as parents have to sort of do. What about you, Tamara? Because I know you have your daughter's the same age as my kids, right? Relatively.
Caroline's
same
12,
age.
actually. She'll be 12 in about 2.5 weeks.
Oh,
And
wow.
my take on it really is that I want her to know that we're in it together. I know that we've been having that conversation, and that's been it's funny, that's Cassie's tagline, and everybody's been using it. We're all in this together. But today,
And you know what? John,
Today she actually had a breakdown with all her schoolwork. You know,
Mm.
upstairs from doing my work, and she was in the kitchen and she was just crying. And it wasn't the normal, it was the breakdown. It was the breakdown.
Yeah,
What is this? So
it's a lot.
you can give her the facts, which I know she's aware of. It's not like we watch TV in secret, even though we don't have
Right.
24/7. You could put her in a bubble, which I'm not interested in that. I just sat with her and said, you need to know that we're all going through it at the same time.
Yes.
And we know that this is not normal. It has never happened
Yes.
in my lifetime. It's happening in our lifetime now. It's never happened
Mm-hmm.
before. And I think that just gave her such an ease
Yes.
into being like, okay, so my mother knows what I'm experiencing.
You acknowledged her feelings.
Right.
That's when you acknowledge their feelings and you honor them. There's a sense of, okay, you get me.
Right.
You know, your respect. You get me. I'm a little person, but I'm a person, and that is such a sense of relief for them because they're feeling heard. You know, and I think to your point, that's great. You heard her, and that just.
So what I chose to do with her is I told her to stop, since school is wonderful in the respect that they have till the end of the day. I like to get it done in the same time that school is supposed to be in session. But I told her, take 2 hours, go and do something completely different. I don't care if it's reading a comic book or playing a video game, which sounds weird, but decompress from the norm of and doing the schoolwork. She took about an hour and a half, went back. She banged it out, no problem.
Good.
You know? But now tomorrow's going to be a different routine because every day I actually tell her, after that, we'll go for a walk.
Nice.
That's how we're starting.
Yes.
We're actually going to start.
Yes.
So, Cass, what has it been like with the 2 boys now that you have 2 of them at 2 different ages? So I have 1. Jen has 2 the same age, and you have 2 different ages.
Yes.
Let's just say it's interesting. I definitely am so happy that I've been able to be with them during this experience. And like you both had said, that acknowledging how people are feeling, whether they're children, whether they are adults as well, that are coming, that are showing that they are fearful, meeting people where they are. And it doesn't matter, again, like I said, whether they're children or adults. So in the very beginning, my boys at this point, this was their first week of school, because as this all started, as far as the decisions with the schools to close down just for break. With me now, it's till the end of the year. I'm sure that's with so many. This week has really been just getting into the routine. And I think that's one of the things that we all off camera on the phone, we all talked about. The most important thing for all of us is to get on some routine. What time are you waking up? I mean, this is, what time are you having breakfast? I mean, just get into some kind of routine. And that's really, we worked on that basically Monday and Tuesday, and today we're into Wednesday, and we seem to be getting through things a lot, with ease, grace and ease. I wrote on my bathroom mirror. I don't have it here, but I carry around my dry erase marker, because every time I pass a mirror, I'm always writing something on it, because you can always Windex it right off. But I've written on many of them recently, grace and ease. We are getting through this with grace and ease. So let's talk for a moment about just the what we can do at home, basically to de-stress, or whether it's moving. Again, we talked a little bit about the news, watch it a little bit, curtail. I know for me, to de-stress with my boys, even with my mom, we love comedy. We love comedy routines. We love watching stand-up. We love watching YouTube snippets and even funny movies. And that really has been the best thing for us to do. Before we go to bed now, we're watching 4 YouTube comic routines, whatever they might be. I put a number of them on my Facebook page, so at the end, when people see our names, they can go to my Facebook page and just click on them just for humor. So Jen, how about yourself? What have you been doing to during the day?
Well, I'm still working during the day, knock on wood. But my husband and my son tackled a 1,000-piece puzzle. So they've been doing that.
Great.
Sophia's been doing a lot of crafts. And in terms of sort of relieving stress, a big thing that I've been doing, reincorporating, has been meditating. And I have a very basic routine. I get up at 6:30, I have my coffee, then I work out, and then I start breakfast by 8 o'clock. I'm meditating. By 8:30, I'm getting ready to start work. And I think that has been really, really crucial to sort of help me just quiet the noise in my head and just give me that time just for peace.
Here's something
And
that I'd
before
like
we jump to Tamara, because I know you've got a number of things, Jen, I read somewhere on Facebook today, I'm going to say, I think it was my mom that posted it, you know, all the different things that we are leaving. Oh my goodness, how cute. Oh, I love when your dog shows up. Oh my gosh.
She had to let
come on.
me know she had to go out, the little fur human, the fur baby.
Oh, all right, well, that's important. But it was one of these things that, you know, the different things that we are letting go and the different activities that we are keeping, you know, that we are starting to incorporate. So with the meditation, do you feel like this is a good thing that you're going to continue, you know, this is something you've brought in because you had to?
I've always, I went through transcendental meditation, and that's really wonderful. And I just, you know, when people hear meditation, they feel like it's this whole big thing they have to do, like they got to sit a perfect way. It's got to be perfectly serene. If any thoughts enter their mind, oh, you got to start all over. I sit on the floor in my bedroom, Cassie, leaning up against the bed, my legs stretched out, and I just do my TM. You know, they're out there, the world's going on. I don't make it a big deal. I just shut the bedroom light off, I sit on my rug, and I do it. And if you just get into the mindset that you can just do it doesn't have to be a big production, it's okay. And if you think thoughts, that's okay. Once you realize you're thinking those thoughts, you bring yourself back, you go into it, and pretty soon, you just need to do it 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night. And it goes by so quickly. And you wake up and you're clear. So,
all right.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, Tamara, let's give it one last thing from you, what you brought in, and what's been important for you. What's been very helpful.
One thing that I realized, I've been telling many of my friends and other colleagues that I work with, that I understand you need a routine, but in all honesty, you need to know that you get to design whatever is going on right now. You are in full control of how you do your daily routine. So people are so used to the bump and grind of, right, like getting up, be on the computer at 8, have this done, have that. And yeah, there's order to that. I'm not discouraging that, but if you have the ability, somebody really lets you know that you could design this. You could do an hour here. You could go downstairs and take 15 minutes. You could go and stretch for 5. You could go and have your meeting outside. If you're having the ability to work from home, you could stop in the middle of the day and do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is where.
Well, you know what, Tamara? I'm glad.
I'm sorry.
And I'm so happy you brought that up, because I actually wanted to have us just lighten this up and say, you know what, here's your life. You know, what is it? What do you want your day to look like? Again, you know, we're in the middle of what we're in the middle of right now, and we are designing our own daily life with our family and everything that's going on. You know, so when the regular normal world gets back, I mean, what would you want that to look like? Do you feel as if we could be in the middle of it right now as far as creating that new experience? And if you had that option, which I know we all know that we do have, what would that look like for you? Anybody?
I mean,
oh my gosh.
I'm a creature of habit. I do live by. I want to say I'm spontaneous. I've always wanted to say I'm spontaneous, and I'm just not. I think maybe when I'm like 70, I'm going to try again to try to be spontaneous. I am a creature of habit, and for me, routine does equal stability and sanity a little bit. And I say that only because I feel like in life we have so much that we have to deal with and so many things that are thrown at us that are out of our control, that the more things you can incorporate into a routine, the better habits you develop. It's a streamline to success in the sense that you're allowing yourself that robotic ability just to get what you have to get done that you know you're going to do every day done, so that you could then focus on the big goals at hand. So
Right.
I have to try to be more spontaneous. That's really, I'd like to try to design that, but I'm still living in that routine. I have to break out of it a little bit.
Well, if
You know how
you'll,
much
but
it is to break out of it, though, as much as it doesn't necessarily mean being spontaneous. It means that you get to design this routine.
Mm.
This is different.
right.
This isn't being spontaneous. This is just saying, I love that you have order, Jen. I love that you have a regimen. But again, if the normal thing used to be that you get up, get the kids off to school, you get in your car, go get a cup of coffee,
Yes.
go to work, you now get to go, wait a second. I could either sleep that hour and a half,
Yes, I do get another hour's sleep now, which is fantastic.
or I could do one or the other and be able
Right.
to really, really say, like, you know what, now in the morning, I'm gonna have a dance party before we start it. Like, what, it doesn't necessarily have to be spontaneous
Yes.
as much as you get to be the designer of your life.
Exactly. Yeah, totally. Absolutely.
You know?
And what do you do? What are you guys doing now to sort of redesign this life? Tell me.
Well, one of the things for me is I have my daughter, instead of doing her work at her desk, I actually have her sitting on the couch, and I have her working on the computer there in a relaxed, comfortable spot so she could flow.
Yes, I love that.
Now, again,
Yes.
we're going to start doing something in the morning before we even start, instead of let's do work first. Cass, how about you for a routine?
Okay, listen, routines would be great. I think you covered that. I would like to go back to that dance party, Tamara. So you mentioned, like the last time we got together for our show, thinking about putting some pole up. Was that something like, you were going to take some kind of class?
I am dying to take pole dancing, my darling, but there are no poles that are probably clean enough at this point until the coronavirus is over. I am not going
There'll be
to
no poles in your house.
that way. When it's time, I will do class.
I was just checking. I was just checking because, with everything going on, listen, we can definitely have fun with this, ladies. And it's been a wonderful, it's been a crazy, crazy situation. But if everyone takes a look to see what's showing up for them, I know they're going to find some things that they're going to say, you know what, that piece of it is actually benefiting me, or this. So listen, everybody.
Why don't you tell everybody what they can do so they can see more of us?
Absolutely. Subscribe below. Click the button. Subscribe to us and look for future Zoom episodes. Look for content that's going to lift you up level your lives, because as Cassie always says, we are all in this together.
Absolutely.
Yes, we are.
It's been a pleasure, ladies. Thank you so much for spending some time with me.
Have a good one, ladies. Yay!